Hi, I'm Bindu.
And I'm Kavita.
Welcome to
Beauty on the Radio. This is episode 14.
We are co-founders of Vya Naturals, a natural skincare brand that combines the best of Ayurveda with modern-day science.
You can read more about us on our website, vyanaturals.com, and it's spelled VYA.
This podcast is available on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Stitcher, and Spotify.
So remember to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss out on a single episode from us. So our topic for today is, do you need sunscreen every day? Because it's something that we often get asked about.
Since summer is officially here, that's a very apt question.
Exactly. So let's talk a little bit about UVA and UVB rays, because there's some confusion about what these two rays are all about, and then let's address the actual topic about sunscreen.
So both UVA and UVB rays are part of ultraviolet radiation. UVA and UVB rays both damage our skin, but in different ways. UVA rays are present all day long, all year round, whether it's summer, winter, monsoon, sunshine, cloud outside.
Basically, as long as there is daylight outside, UVA rays are present.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, UVB rays are also present throughout the day, but their intensity varies, unlike UVA rays.
That's true.
So, for example, between 10 in the morning and 4 in the evening, UVB rays are at the highest intensity. They're more intense in the summer than in the winter. It also depends whether you're in the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, geographical location. All of that makes a difference where UVB rays are concerned. So let's keep all of this in mind while deciding on the right sunscreen to use. So circling back to the original question, does one need to use sunscreen every day? The answer to that would be yes, keeping in mind what we've just shared with you about UVA rays and UVB rays and how they are both present at any given time that there is daylight outside.
So now let's discuss how do we choose the right sunscreen for our skin types. Thumb rule, first off, there are different sunscreens for the face and differently formulated sunscreens for the rest of the body. If you have oily or combination skin, I would suggest or recommend that you choose a more lightweight texture sunscreen that can be applied easily and absorbed by the skin.
For normal to dry skin, you can look for a more creamy texture where sunscreen is concerned. Well, what's really important is, as you already mentioned, don't use sunscreen formulated for the body on your face, because those sunscreens tend to be a little thicker
and heavier.
Yeah. They can also clog your pores, and they're not as comfortable on the skin when you apply them on your face.
Yeah, and they can give breakouts as well. Most importantly, look for a broad spectrum sunscreen which blocks both UVA and UVB rays.
Okay, so bottles normally call out that it's a broad spectrum sunscreen.
Yes, they do. Yes, the bottles do call out. In fact, the SPF measured is a protection against the UVB rays. Your broad spectrum sunscreen will show the plus rating that indicates how well it blocks the UVA rays.
So if you're out in the market looking for a sunscreen, our advice would be to look for something rated between SPF 30 and 50, especially if you are in the tropics or in Southeast Asia or the subcontinent like we are. So look for the 3+ signs, which shows that there is adequate protection against UVA rays in your broad spectrum sunscreen.
Oh, that's a good point to remember. So now the next question that a lot of people ask us, is it okay not to use sunscreen if your makeup or your moisturizer has SPF in it?
Okay, so to explain why we do not advise you to skip sunscreen even if your foundation or your makeup has SPF, look at it this way. So if you were to pick up your bottle of SPF 30, the amount of sunscreen that you need to apply to your face and neck to actually get the kind of protection that the brand or the product claims to give you, you would need to use a minimum of half a teaspoon of sunscreen just for your face and neck.
Oh really? That's a lot.
That's a lot of product. So try imagining your face with half a teaspoon of makeup on it or foundation on it.
Oh my God. I mean, just half a pump is enough for my face. Half a teaspoon would be like 5 layers of just foundation on my face.
Exactly.
So Kavita, from what you just said, the clear takeaway is no, you cannot skip sunscreen even if your makeup or your moisturizer has SPF in it.
Exactly. So apply your sunscreen after you've applied your moisturizer, and then wait for a minute and then apply your makeup after that.
So to summarize what we just discussed, yes, you need sunscreen every day during daylight.
Number 2, we talked about using and choosing the right sunscreen for your skin type and to make sure that you always use a broad spectrum sunscreen.
And number 3, make sure that your sunscreen is a 30 and a 50 SPF, between a 30 and a 50 SPF.
Don't ever skip your sunscreen just because your makeup has an SPF rating listed on it.
We hope this was helpful and you will not skip your sunscreen ever again.
I certainly won't. So this was episode number 14. Thank you so much for listening in to us.
I am Bindu
and I'm Kavita
saying goodbye from Beauty on the Radio.